From the 7 rulers of UAE to the ruler of small Bahrain, throughout history, the Arab world has been home to many powerful and wealthy royals who have wielded significant political and economic influence in the region and world in the past. However, even in the present world, these rich kings of Arab nations have been known for their lavish lifestyles, impressive palaces, and opulent possessions. But do you know who are the richest Arab kings in the world? Probably not. Don't worry, today we bring you the list of 13 richest Arab kings in the world. So without further ado, let's start. At number 13 on our list, we have Sheikh Saud bin Rashid Al Mualla, who is the ruler of the Emirate of Al Quwain of the United Arab Emirates. Sheikh Saud bin became the emir in 2009 after the death of his father and this northern emirate. Unlike its other neighboring emirate, it doesn't rely on oil, but rather on different other sectors like agriculture, tourism, and manufactures. And as an emir, Sheikh Saud bin Rashid Al Mualla made use of his position to build a diverse business empire that includes investments in real estate, hospitality, healthcare, and other sectors. One of the most notable companies owned by Sheikh Saud is the $500 million valued Al Quwain Investment Company, which mainly focuses on hotels and real estate development, and it is estimated to be generating $20 million for the emir. The net worth of this emir is around $200 million, and according to a few collective reports, the total fortune of His Royal Highness is estimated to be around $14.5 billion. This huge wealth is mostly present in vast land throughout the UAE, and even includes some gorgeous palaces like $50 million worth Al Quwain Fort. Next, we have Hamad bin Mohammed Al Sharqi, the current ruler of the Emirate of Fujairah in the United Arab Emirates. Sheikh Hamad is the ruler of Fujairah, a UAE emirate. He succeeded his late father, Emir Mohammed bin Hamad Al Sharqi, in 1974. Apart from his role as the Emir of Fujairah, Hamad bin is also a successful businessman and investor. He owns a range of companies and investments, including real estate properties, hotels, and shopping malls in the nation. One of his most notable investments is the Fujairah Refinery Company, which is a joint venture between the Emirate of Fujairah and Abu Dhabi National Oil Company, or ADNOSI, and this company has a revenue of $2.6 billion. Apart from this, he also has a large stocks in $500 million worth Fujairah Building Industries Company. All this takes the net worth of the prince to be over $500 million. Aside this, members of Fujairah royal family also own multiple properties and residences, including palaces, throughout the country and abroad. But most famous of all is this royal palace called Madab Palace. From Fujairah, UAE, we move on to Jordan, which is a small nation in the Middle East, and the king of this nation is Abdullah II from the royal house of Hashemite. Born on January 30th, 1962, in Amman, Jordan, Abdullah II is the eldest son of the late King Hussein. He ascended the throne in 1999 after the death of his father. As the King of Jordan, he has a diverse range of sources of income, with his main source being his role as the head of state. According to reports, his salary is estimated to be around $40,000 per year. In addition to that, he also has access to a range of other benefits and privileges for being the king of the nation. When it comes to his revenue, he earns from a significant investment portfolio with stakes in various industries such as finance, technology, and real estate around the world. This takes the net worth of this 61-year-old king to be over $750 million. Adding to his wealth, Abdullah owns a global network of real estate properties estimated at over $100 million. And according to the Washington Post, this includes 14 majestic properties in the UK, USA, France, and other Mediterranean nations. Now at number 10, we have an emir from the northwestern Persian Gulf. This is Nawaf al-Sabah, the emir of Kuwait. He became the emir of the nation after the death of his half-brother, Sabah al-Ahmad al-Jabr al-Sabah, in 2020. And after becoming the emir, this 85-year-old emir inherited a large number of Grand Royal assets that include thousands of hectares of land in Kuwait and even in UAE, which is estimated to be around $1.2 billion. And he lives in a Grand Royal Palace called Bayan Palace, worth more than $500 million, which is spread in 1,399,500 square meters. However, apart from his inheritance, the emir also controls the Kuwait Investment Authority, the country's sovereign wealth fund, which manages over $500 billion in assets, making it one of the largest sovereign wealth funds in the world. And this fund controls one of the major sectors of the nation which makes Kuwait rich, which is natural oil. And it is believed more than 80% of Emir Nawaf's wealth is derived from the revenue of oil, which takes his net worth to be more than $800 million. Next, we have the king of Bahrain, Hamad bin Isa al Khalifa, who comes from the 257-year-old royal house of Khalifa. He was born on January 28, 1950, and acquired the position of ruler of Bahrain in 1999 after the death of his father, Isa bin Salman al Khalifa. Unlike other Gulf Peninsula nations, this nation is a constitutional monarchy, which means the King of Bahrain doesn't have absolute power in the nation as compared to the neighboring kings. Yet the king is believed to have a good political hold on the nation and lives a lavish lifestyle. This lifestyle is evident from his $800 million grand palace called Al Sakir Palace, which is located on the outskirts of Manama, the capital city of Bahrain. The palace has over 100 rooms, multiple swimming pools, and a helicopter pad. Coming to his wealth, the net worth of this 73-year-old king is around $800 million. His Majesty King Hamad's significant wealth is derived from the government's ownership of state-owned enterprises and investments like Bahrain Petroleum Company, Gulf International Bank, or even Gulf Air, in which the king has a substantial amount of shares. However, a part of his income also comes from the government in form of salary and financial allowances, which count in hundreds of millions of dollars. Next, we have a ruler of Oman, Haytham bin Tariq Al Said, from the House of Al Said. Emir was born on October 13, 1954, in Muscat, Oman, and he became the Sultan of Oman on January 11, 2020. As a king of Oman, Haytham controls most of the funds and sectors of the nation, which include oil, real estate among others, since oil is the prime sector of the nation, and the emir generates most of his income from exporting oil. The Oman Oil Company, or Oman Oil Refineries and Petroleum Industries Company, two of the nation's major oil companies of the nation, and both of them are under the control of the emir and his royal family. These two major oil companies are said to be generating more than $800 million for the king. Apart from oil, King also has investments in banking and telecommunications sectors through Bank Muscat and Oman Telecommunications Company. And all these financial activities take the net worth of the king to more than $1 billion. Oman is known for some of the most majestic architectural structures, and the king lives his grand life in one of them called the Al Alam Palace. At number 7 on our list, we have Sheikh Saud bin Sakr Al Qasimi, the current ruler of the Emirate of Ras Al Khaimah. Saud was born in Dubai on the 10th of February 1956 to Emir Sakr bin Mohammed Al Qasimi. And after the death of his father, Sheikh Sakr bin Mohammed Al Qasimi, in 2010, he took over as the ruler of Ras Al Khaimah. The net worth of this 67-year-old Arab ruler is around $1.5 billion. The majority of Saud bin Sakr Al Qasimi's income is generated from his business ventures, with one of the most notable companies he owns being Rack Ceramics, which is the largest manufacturers of ceramic tiles in GCC. The company has operations in over 160 countries and has a market capitalization of over $1 billion. In addition to this, Sheikh Sakr possesses a large number of stakes in Yulfar Pharmaceuticals, which is one of the largest pharmaceutical companies in the UAE. However, these companies are just the tip of an iceberg, and the source of his income comes from a web of other businesses and investments, including real estate properties and financial investments. And coming to the properties, the emir owns a vast range of properties in UAE, but nothing tops the Al Qasimi Palace, the official residence of the emir, and it is worth more than $200 million. Moving on, we have a royal from the Emirate of Ajman, and this is Sheikh Humaid from the royal house of Al Nuaimi. Sheikh Humaid bin Rashid Al Nuaimi III was born in 1931 to father Emir Sheikh Rashid bin Humaid III. However, after his father's death in 1981, he succeeded as the emir of Ajman, becoming the 10th ruler of this emirate, and in terms of his net worth, Sheikh Humaid possesses approximately $1.8 billion. Unlike other emirates in the UAE, this small emirate relies less on oil and more on different sectors such as manufacturing, real estate, tourism, trade, and services. And that's where even the emir generates most of his wealth. As an emir, he has power. He controls most of the sectors in the nation. However, this is done through having large stakes in various multi-million-dollar companies in the UAE, such as the Al Nuaimi Group, which is said to be producing more than $250 million for the emir. Additionally, he has major stakes in the Ajman Bank, as well as in the Ajman Holding, which is a government-owned company that controls real estate, healthcare, education. Now from UAE, we move to Qatar to meet our next royal, and this is Emir Tamim bin Hamad Al Thani, who belongs to the royal house of Thani. Tamim was born on June 3, 1980, to Hamad bin Khalifa Al Thani, and as a prince, he served Qatar in various official roles, including deputy chairman of the ruling family council and chairman of the Supreme Education Council. After his father abdicated the throne in 2013, Tamim became the emir of the nation. According to Forbes, the emir's net worth is around $3 billion, and he controls major sectors of the nation, including construction, finance, and oil. A part of his income comes from stakes in multinational companies, such as a 10% stake in Credit Suisse, worth around $5.5 billion, a 20% stake in Volkswagen, and other investments in Qatar Airways, Glencore, Barclays, and even Porsche. But as Qatar is a major oil-producing nation, a large portion of the emir's wealth comes from oil through the Qatar Investment Authority, which manages the country's oil and gas reserves. The emir's assets include 4,000 expensive cars worth $1 billion, as well as a property worth $350 million in London. However, it should be undisputed that his greatest asset of the emir is the Royal Palace of Doha, which is worth around $1 billion. At number 4 on our list, we have the ruler of the Emirate of Sharjah and a member of the Supreme Council of the UAE. This is Sultan bin Mohammed al-Qasimi, also known as Sheikh Sultan III. Born on the 2nd of July 1939 to Mohammed bin Sakr bin Khalid al-Qasimi, Sheikh Sultan III showed excellent academic talent from an early age. With time, he held several educational posts in foreign nations as well as in Sharjah. However, he succeeded his brother, Khalid bin Mohammed al-Qasimi, on the 25th of January 1972. Apart from his academic and cultural pursuits, Sheikh Sultan III is also a successful businessman and investor. He is the founder and owner of the Sharjah Investment and Development Authority, also known as Shuruk, which is estimated to be worth over $30 billion. Under his leadership, Shuruk has spearheaded numerous projects aimed at promoting economic growth and development in Sharjah and the wider UAE. In addition to Shuruk, Sheikh Sultan III has a diverse portfolio of investments, which includes Sharjah Media Corporation, Sharjah Islamic Bank, Al-Qasimi Publications, and Crescent Enterprises, with stakes in various sectors such as energy, engineering, and healthcare. And all this investment takes his net worth to be over $14 billion. Next on the list, we have the Prime Minister of the United Arab Emirates and the ruler of the Emirate of Dubai. This is Sheikh Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum. Born on July 15, 1949, in Dubai, Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum became the ruler in 2006. Under his leadership, Dubai has become a hub for tourism, finance, and trade. This activity not only made money for Dubai, but also boosted his net worth, which has now reached $15 billion. And he generates this money by having ownership over multiple multinational companies like the Dubai Holding Company that operates in 13 different countries. It has a diversified portfolio of companies operating in major sectors of the nation, and it has assets of over $113 billion. The ruler also controlled oil production in the nation through the Dubai Petroleum Company. Adding on his wealth, as per the law of Dubai, he owns all of the undeveloped land of Dubai, because of which he is one of the largest real estate developers in his nation, which makes him around $2 billion each year. But what's a king without a grand palace, right? So this king of Dubai lives in a grand palace called Zabil Palace, that's spread over 119 hectares. Next on our list, we have Mohammed bin Zayed Al Nahyan, the ruler of Abu Dhabi, which is one of the emirates in the UAE. Mohammed bin Zayed Al Nahyan became the ruler of Abu Dhabi in 2022 after the death of his brother Khalifa. Despite being a ruler, he is a prominent businessman in the nation. The most prominent companies that contain a large amount of his money is the Mubadala Investment Company. It is a sovereign wealth fund with over $232 billion in assets under management that invests in sectors like aerospace, energy, healthcare, and technology. He is also the chairman of the Abu Dhabi Investment Authority, or ADIA, which is the largest sovereign wealth funds in the world, with over $697 billion in assets under its management. However, a large portion of his revenue is derived from oil, which means he is heavily invested in the country's oil reserves through the Abu Dhabi Investment Authority, generating billions of dollars for him. His net worth is estimated to be over $30 billion. Apart from this, he is known to own several high-end properties in the UAE and abroad, including a luxurious palace called Qasr Al Bar in Abu Dhabi, which is estimated to be worth billions of dollars. At number 1 on our list, we have the King of Saudi Arabia, King Salman bin Abdulaziz Al Saud. This 87-year-old king ascended to the throne in January 2015, following the death of his half-brother, King Abdullah. As king, Salman has continued to diversify his economy and reduce the dependency of his nation on oil. Yet much of his wealth is derived from oil, particularly his stake in the state-owned oil company, Saudi Aramco, which is believed to be worth trillions of dollars, and according to some reports, Saudi Aramco is making around $8 to $9 billion for the king. With Salman as a head of the royal family, he also has stakes in several other multi-billion-dollar companies, including Uber, SoftBank, Tesla, and even Facebook through its sovereign wealth fund, the Public Investment Fund, or PFI. This wealth fund manages assets worth over $400 billion worldwide that takes his net worth over $30 billion. Now coming to his assets, he owns numerous assets and properties in Saudi Arabia and around the world, including his grand residence called Al Yamama Palace of Riyadh, worth around $500 million. And this palace covers an area of over 4 million square meters and features numerous buildings, gardens, and amenities, including a helipad, a mosque, and even a pretty nice golf course. Thanks for watching the video. Comment down below your favorite part and let us know. Also press the subscribe button and bell icon for regular updates.